Yo, TikTok. It's not the moon through my telescope, just so you know. That title, that's the first title I put in on any live I ever did, I think. And I don't know how to change it. Ha! This is the sun and it's windy out, so sorry it's so bumpy. But I figured we could check it out, even though it's windy. And I actually wanted to look at the sun because it's like not really cloudy, but the sun's like really dim today. It's like kind of like pinkish and dim. It's weird. Let me see if I can focus it a little bit better. I think that's about the best I can. Oop, I went a little too far. Right about there. Whoa. So, yeah, that's the wind. Sorry, I can't do nothing about it. Mamu says fake. I don't think it's fake. I'm pretty sure it's real. So tonight I will be at 9:10. So my time, I'm in Minnesota. It is 4:45 right now. So let's see, 4 hours and 25 minutes. So 9:10 tonight. I'm going to be going live on TikTok through my telescope, and we're going to try to film the ISS flyover, space station, the fake station. Let's see, let's zoom in a little bit. Let me do something here. Let's do this. Oh, with the wind, it's probably gonna be bad. I can't really zoom in and get a clear view. Holy cow. That's the wind, guys. And I'm focusing it. But it's actually probably more still because I'm trying to focus it. Right there, that's the best I can get it. Okay, we'll go back to the original view here. Excuse me. Man, that wind kind of makes it lame, huh? Whoops, wrong way. Whoa! Sorry, guys. I got a lead foot today with the remote. There we go. I keep going the wrong way. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there and not mess with it. Yeah, there's 4 likes. That's awesome. And make sure you guys follow him too, by the way. Michael Toon, what's up, dude? It's a little windy up here, up north from you. Good to see ya. Yeah, we're just looking at the sun. I know the title says that it's the moon through my telescope. I can assure you it's not the moon. And it's not fake. I'm in my backyard in just north of Anoka. I'm in Oak Grove, Minnesota. And this thing's going all over the place. Solar filter. It's just I forget what it was called. It's like 1/1000th or something of the light. I don't know exactly. P900. No, this is Meade ETX 125. This is actually my iPhone that we're filming with. My iPhone. Where are you going with that? Tony, what's up? Oh, you got a solar filter for the P1000? Nice. I'll buy it from you. Everyone keeps asking me, did you get your camera back yet? You get your camera back yet? I was doing a live stream with Austin from the Melodome, and we were joking around about the camera or whatever. I was telling him how you were saying, I hope you don't mind if I prove the globe with it or whatever. And so then I'll just tell you the story. Maybe you heard, maybe you saw it, or maybe somebody said something, but somebody in his chat at Melodome, somebody in the chat said, MC Toon probably pawned it or something. He pawned it. Oh, you're still proving the globe with the camera? Nice, nice. So we were joking around because we were saying, yeah, you had to pawn the camera because you needed some more of that globe crack down the road, down the street. So you pawned it. So that was funny. But yeah, I watched your stream with Troubling Tribune. That was a good one. That was a good one. So yeah, should we zoom in a little bit or what? Whoa. I was tracking the sunspots for over an hour one day, and I filmed it, and it was pretty boring. They didn't move at all. Nothing like I expected them in like an hour to be. I tracked them zoomed in like this too. Oh, nice! You recorded the ISS transiting the sun. Sweet. Michael Toon, you know what I'm doing at 9:10 tonight? Well, you're in the same area, so you could see the same thing. At 9:10, I'm gonna try to get it through with my telescope, because I have a sweet like pointer scope on this telescope. No, or Venus. What about Venus? I don't know why you said Venus, but I'm gonna try to track the ISS at 9:10 tonight. It's still windy. It's a little wobbly. Nothing about Venus, just guessing. Oh, okay, I got you. You're a step ahead of me, right? Okay, they're zoomed all the way out. And zoomed all the way in. Yeah, it's funny because people keep asking about, did you get the camera back from Toonlet yet? And I'm like, no, I haven't even, like, we'll get lunch sometime here. But I'm in no rush. I got that P900 and I haven't even used that. Like, actually I might have used it a couple times doing, not Star Trails, but where I, like, it isn't really that cool, but you can do like, you know, what's it called? The time-lapse shot where it's just taking pictures. And they have like a 10-minute one and programmed into the camera. And I made an equatorial mount that is actually really good. I actually uploaded a video of the moon to my YouTube channel of it tracking for 15 minutes, and it's really nice. It's but I made it out of an old telescope. But so I was using the P900 tracking the stars, and then just taking a time lapse, and you get like, so if you zoom in on a star, you can see it like twinkling and stuff or whatever. Ooh. Yeah, what do you think of the mosquitoes there, Toon? There's a lot of them up here. Whoa, what happened there? I lost it, you guys. Good, you're lucky that there's not many in the metro. They're big things and they're everywhere. Like if you go in the woods or whatever. Like right now, I'm in my backyard and it's fine. Where'd the sun go, you guys? There it is. All right, have fun, Toon. Good seeing you. We're gonna zoom out a little bit. A little bit more. There. I think I can get it a little better. I can't tell if it's wandering or not. I guess I'll probably just leave it. There we go. I'll leave it there for a while. Thanks, Jansu, for liking the live. I'll be right back. I gotta plug my phone in. Battery's dying. Oh, bumped it. I knew I was gonna do that. I need to be focused a little bit. Yeah. I think it looks like there's a couple clouds going in front, maybe. It's kind of overcast, I guess, like, I don't know, thin layer of thin clouds, I guess. Oh, that's out of focus, isn't it? There we go. I think that's a little better. I think. what a nice day. Kind of too windy to stay on here too long. Right when I say that, it calms down. Tell which way the wind's blowing. Better not knock my telescope over. It's not that windy. It looks like it on the screen, but look at that. Pushes it way over. That's crazy. Actually, now I'm a little worried that it would tip it over if I left it too long. Pretty windy. Yeah, this is lame, huh? Sorry, guys. Let's see if I can just hold it. It's more wobbly when I try to hold it. What time is it? It is 5 o'clock exactly p.m. in where I'm at in Minnesota. It's so bouncy, sorry. That's the wind, I can't do nothing about it. So I'll probably end this pretty soon. And same in KC, okay. I'm going to be, what's your take on your own personal existentialism? I don't have much take on it. I'm going live to try to film the space station through my telescope with this very camera, and we'll see if we can't. I mean, I know I'll get it on the screen, but I don't know if it'll be focused, and I won't really be able to. It's hard to follow it and to look at the camera at the same time. I don't know if I'll be able to, because I'll be manually following it with a sight. So it is a solar filter stand. Do I feel connected to space at all? No, I don't. I feel that space is a lie. The solar system, I don't believe in the solar system. Well, let me elaborate. The solar system is something we see in the sky, and the Earth is not part of that system that we see in the sky. That's what I mean. Wait, what? When we look at, like right now, my telescope is sitting on the ground, and the ground's very still, very much at rest, and you can hear the motors, actually one motor in my telescope mount. You can hear it, and we're tracking the sun because the sun is literally moving across the sky. So we do have the sun moving across the sky. We do not have the Earth orbiting the sun. That's not something observed, that's something taught and believed, but it's not something that is observed or experienced. We experience the sun rising in the east and setting in the west And that's all we experience. It's definitely the sun that's in motion. I just made a video on my TikTok about the seasons. Stan Hicks, I would invite you to challenge that when you say the Earth orbits the sun slowly, it spins much faster. I don't think it spins at all. It's at rest. Something that spins would be in motion. And the actual reality that we live in is not in motion. I'm just saying everyone experiences the ground being at rest. That's right, Randy Fulton, Flat Earth. And people think it's kind of dumb or whatever. But what I would say is that the real world we live, there's lies, and they're easy to identify. Very easy. I have a YouTube channel with the same name. You guys should go subscribe. The acceleration of the spin of Earth is constant. Well, that wouldn't be an acceleration then. That would just be a constant rotation or whatever, a constant motion. But that's also not observed. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a difference between what we were taught and what we actually experience. We experience the Earth at rest. We experience the sky in motion, or I should say the stars and the lights in the sky are all in motion. And that's how we tell time is by everything that's going on in the sky. So I don't believe that the Earth is part of that sky system. Like the idea of some people say, well, if all the other planets are spherical, why wouldn't the Earth be? Well, I would say because the Earth isn't a planet. The planets are in the sky. Like the Earth is just the place beneath us where we reside. Every one of us. Everybody lives here. And so everyone experiences this Earth at rest. Yet they're still teaching in the school that it's rotating. I understand the concept, but I disagree with it. Because, how people will also say, well, how can you tell if it's the stars that are circling or if that's the Earth rotating? And I say, well, because the Earth is the part that's not rotating and the sky is the part that is rotating. Stan Hicks, good question. Good, I'm glad you're engaging. Stan says, so what is the space station you are going to capture then, if not something in low Earth orbit? It's in low Earth orbit. There's lots of stuff that men have put up in the sky. But what I think is happening is there's a trick being played on everybody. It's a very stupid concept. Earth is fixed. And you know what? This is just, we've found ourselves like waking up in this time going, wait a minute. I don't know all the things, how all these things can be hidden. It's like comprehension of reality was had a veil over it until these recent years. It's been like, a lot of people have been like, wait a minute, no, it's wrong. Jerome says, it's the sun. Oh, let me go back here. Sorry, I'm going to have to bump it here. It's the sun and moon rotate the Earth. I would say they circle in the sky. You know what I mean? Let me get back to okay, let's see here. I'm glad people are waking up too. Randy says there is no fake station. Well, I think there is, Randy, but I think, I don't think people have ever left this Earth. I don't think people have ever left this Earth. And what we see in the sky orbiting, think about what the Bible says about this stuff. Sun flare, there isn't it in that shot. Sorry. Let's see here. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit. Okay, low Earth orbit. What happens when we watch a rocket launch? What happens to what's the trajectory of the rocket supposed to be? They got to get up out of the thick air that's down by us. They have to go up however high they go up. I don't know how high they typically want to go up before they start really going too much. Like, basically the goal is to go parallel with the surface of the earth. Parallel. And here's the trick I believe that has been played on us. These so-called astronauts, I think we've been entertaining angels, fallen angels. And so what happens is they do miracles. Hey, my cat's coming over here. He'll probably rub up against the telescope. Hey, Bobby. Like, when the idea of low Earth orbit is that they're perpetually in a state of free fall around the Earth. Like there's curvature. This is the idea of space or low Earth orbit or whatever. So orbital velocity is just fast enough where basically they fall at the same rate of the surface of the Earth curving. And so basically they just continuously orbit perpetually, because the curvature, they never hit the ground, right? That's what I think the trick is. I don't think there's curvature, guys. We actually can measure the Earth. We live on it. We can see oh, there's a cool bird. Oh man, I hope he doesn't move. I'm taking you guys off of the scope, and hopefully we can get this cardinal on here. Just check this out. We'll zoom in on him. Oh, is that awesome or what? He's so red. That's pretty cool. I don't want to move though. Whoops. Now I lost him. Where'd he go? Sorry guys. I don't even know where he went. There he is. Whoa. Okay. I did something. Hold on. What did I do? Swipe left to close. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going back to the sun. Low Earth orbit is things just circling in the firmament. They're just circling. Whoops. Because, I mean, like, even on the ISS, they say... See, I think these astronauts, they've just been tricking people in the world. I don't even think the astronauts are people. I mean, I think they are people in this world, but I think they're taking the form of people to deceive. They're the only ones that leave the Earth, the only people that have ever claimed to leave the Earth. The ISS is at 9:10. It's going over my house at 9:10, and it's 5:10, so exactly 4 hours from now, and I'm gonna go live on TikTok, just like we are here, and I'll try to track it. Which we'll see. I know I'll be able to get it on there because I have a pretty sweet little scope on my, like a spotting scope or whatever you want to call it. There's a creep show about this or that. What are we looking at? We are looking at the sun. But yeah, I don't think the Earth rotates. And if you really think about it, and I know, we all understand the concept. We've lived here our whole lives. I'm 45 years old. I understand the concept. I just disagree with it. I think there's no evidence for it. There's evidence that the ground is at rest. There's not evidence that the ground's in motion. That's a big deal to me. Changed my whole life. Jason says we are a simulation. Could be, who knows? I know that when I get cut, I bleed and it hurts, so that part's real. even if it's like simulated or whatever. Hydrogen, let's see here. Hydrogen engine and the water's above, so that could be an explanation. Yeah, the water's above. Do you believe in the ice wall then? Well, there is like an ice shelf, you know, like in parts of Antarctica. Like I really don't know. I have no idea. The ends of the earth. That's a mystery, I think, to everyone. All right, Jason. Whoa, you're an early one, huh? The biggest deception known to man. Yep. I think it's cool that when I come on TikTok or where I go to YouTube or wherever I go, there's a lot of people that are seeing through these lies. LP Mal says, you are on point. I'm so glad people are waking up to the Freemason lies. And I don't think they're Freemason lies. I think they're Satan lies. I think there's the devil's lies. And maybe the Freemasons, sometimes they might align with that or whatever. They might have the same ideas, but Satan deceived the whole world, I think. And I think it's the grace of God that we can actually learn the truth. I do. And I think we can learn the truth, you know. So windy. I have went to space camp at Kennedy Space Center. Wow, Jason. You're hardcore. I've been to Kennedy Space Center and I've seen like the Saturn V and stuff like that, but I've never went to space camp. Lucky. It's weird on TikTok. Like sometimes there's people and interacting, and then other times it's like people don't do comments. Hey Randy, I got news for you. Randy says NASA gets $58 million a day to lie to us. Next year, you know how much they get? $72 million a day. That's their budget for, I did the math too. However many billion it was, 27 billion or something. So yeah, next year's budget, they get $72 million a day. Sick. Yes, Marissa, it's the sun. What you got to show me? The sun. I mean, if I'm really, like, if you really think about it, NASA, they claim, and these astronauts claim that they're free falling perpetually, basically. They're falling perpetually into this dark place. If you've read the Bible, it mentions a dark place that goes on forever, where there's no bottom. Like if you jumped in, you'd fall forever. That sounds like low Earth orbit, guys, or the solar system. And in the Bible, there's a place called Babylon where all these evil spirits are imprisoned. It's a habitation of devils, and that's what I think NASA has gotten themselves into, entertaining angels. That's what I see. All right, Randy just got the #1 gifter badge. Send heart me ×1. Send heart. Thanks, Randy. But yeah, think about this too. In the Bible, I always go to the Bible because there's more truth in the Bible than any other place. I mean, not a spinning globe. That's right. The Bible, in Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, he talks about what Lucifer wants to do, like what he has in his heart. And it is Lucifer says in his heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. And then he says, I will set his congregation in the sides of the north. You know what the sides of the north are? That's God's holy mountain. That's Mount Zion. Exactly, Ryan. I will be like the Most High. And then he also says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. Just think about what NASA's like. That's Lucifer's mission statement, right? What's NASA's? It's the exact same thing. They're Luciferian. If you believe in space and you think that this solar system is where you live, you are falling for Lucifer's deceptions. Isn't NASA fake? Can you sin in heaven? No. Or in New Jerusalem, nothing that defiles will enter the kingdom of God. The morning stars sang for joy as they watched God create the earth. Yes, they. Doesn't it say somewhere? I watched him like inscribe a circle on the face of the deep. Why was Lucifer cast out of heaven? I think it's in Ezekiel 28. It talks a little bit about that. It says something like his maybe it was his own beauty. He saw beauty in himself, and that I can't remember what it says. But look at it if you're interested. Look up Ezekiel 28. It talks about the morning star, I think. Do none of you want to realize anything? Jesus loves you. Yeah, Ryan. Jesus is the king. Why are you Satan's space station? Oh, is that what this says? I forgot to put a title in. I'm sorry. Roly Polo. This is just the sun. It's not. Oh, that's funny. Randy, no, Jesus is not Lucifer. Lucifer, but he's not the devil. No, Jesus is the Son of God. And he is at the right hand of the Father up in the sky on God's throne. That's what I believe. And that wind is just kind of knocking us all over the place. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'll zoom out all the way. There we go. That's all the way out. The Bible says Jesus is the morning star. Yeah. And I don't think it's referring to the same thing as Lucifer being the morning star. And I think that that might only be in one version too. But I don't know. I might be wrong on that. Justin's right. We've become satanic, worshiping world. It's true. But without knowing it. Like, I think we've been born into that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like unfair or whatever you want to call it. But like, let's say there was 100 generations of people that went by, and throughout that time that would be a good amount of time. And throughout that time, each generation became a little bit less acquainted with the truth than the first generation, right? I just think, yeah, you're right. Yahweh sits in Polaris. That's right. Read Revelation 4. And also read Enoch chapter 71. He gives an awesome description of Polaris. And it's so funny. In Revelation 4, John goes up to heaven and he sees someone sitting on a throne, and he describes him with colors, and he described him with stones, and he said a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was like a rainbow round about him in sight like unto an emerald. You know what's so weird? That's the exact colors of Polaris. John didn't have a telescope. John went up there. People say there's no proof that the Bible's true. Come on. Oh, I'm missing all these new messages. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry I missed a bunch. Why did he make us? Well, you got to think about it this way. Someone was talking on TikTok yesterday. I was watching a channel and they were talking about Isaiah 45 or something. He says, I create good and evil, right? And they say, why would any God create evil? And if we think about it, okay, let's say you are, in control of your decisions and everything you do. And now when you have a child or something, like if you have a child, you no longer make all these decisions. I mean, you do it when they're a child, but like let's say they're grown up and now they're an adult, they're as tall as you, they weigh as much as you, and they make as much money as you. Okay, so you have basically two people that are like equal, but if they both have free will, then evil must exist, because we can all choose to do right or wrong. So it's not like God created evil. He created the opportunity for people to make decisions on their own. Like, and then what happens? I mean, Adam and Eve, they transgressed and were taken out of the garden. And then you got Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel. We had choices to make. It was Cain that did the evil. It wasn't God. Do you know what I'm saying? Man created evil. I think that, yeah. But God, I mean, obviously, if he created everything, then yeah, he had to create evil in that sense. But people use it as like something bad about God. And I'm like, no, it's called free will. If you want free will, like right now, you're watching this TikTok. You don't have to. You could go watch you could swipe and go to the next one, or whatever. But your choice was to stay here for a minute or whatever and hear what I'm saying. So it's your choice. You have the free will to do. Right now, you could get up and go to the kitchen and get some food. You could go. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that we have free will to do, choices to make, good or bad. I mean, some people choose to rob other people, and some people choose to give to other people. Like, there's both good and evil, but it's just the people doing it. I'm not going to miss this for anything. Free will isn't free. It costs folks like you, or I missed that. Like you, me. Yeah, that's true. There are 7 necessary evils. and some. You don't even know how to love. Not my problem. No, just 7. Oh, like that. 7, they kind of cover everything you're saying? That could be. Yeah, either way, it's all good, Corey. We let's see, it's all a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. You're right, Jason. It was declared, and it's taking place. In order to know righteousness, we must know evil. There's truth to that. There has to be a balance. I think you're right. And the balance is not like decided. So that's what we decide it, right? Do you know what I mean? We decide that when we do make decisions, and what we're gonna do with our time or our energy or whatever. Bob Marley, Redemption Song. Sorry, it's so windy. It's shaking all over the place. You guys are probably gonna have a headache when you're done watching this one. Free will or not, that shot is making me want an egg. Oh, really? Making me want an orange. Yeah, if you ever think about the sun, it's crazy to think about. Well, of course, modern lying science would say that the Earth is the sun is billions of years old, right, or whatever. However, whatever they say, it's never gone out, guys. It's always doing a perfect cycle, and it's never changed ever. It's always on. How long shall they kill us at prophet? We stand aside. Corey says, I'm no Christian, but was raised as such and actually ordained at one time. Oh, really? Interesting. I think that the churches have maybe become, well, I can't say become. I think that just as well as a lot of us believe we've been deceived about the world itself, I think the churches are deceived about the same thing. the tree of knowledge. Want you help to sing? We all know this. Church has turned me away from most Christians. Yeah, and you know what, Corey, if you're interested, just like I'm I'm not really special. I'm just a carpenter dude, a woodworker or whatever. But if you're interested, I have a YouTube channel. It's the same name. It's Effed Up World, EFTUPWRLD. But if you go over there, sometimes, because I hear a lot of people saying exactly what you just said. Church kind of, they call it churchianity. King Wood, I'm using a Meade ETX125 telescope. But I think that the truth isn't found in the church, and even I guess in the sense that a Christian is like the way that it would be is that someone follows the Son of God, then yes, I'm a Christian that way. But just to label yourself a Christian seems very dangerous too, because I don't agree with a lot of the things that many claiming Christians would say. Yeah, Corey, I don't know if you know this, but Jesus hated religion. He hated religion, and he was always preaching against religion, because he was always preaching against the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and so he hated religion. And a lot of people don't seem to know that. A lot of people think that he was had something to do with the church, and he would go preach in the synagogues. He'd preach the kingdom of God in the synagogues, because they were preaching something else. They were preaching what's false, and I think the churches today do the same thing. Zoom out and zoom back in. Actually, I'm zoomed out all the way right now, but I'll zoom in. Whoa. Let me adjust that a little bit. Religion is here to control us. Yeah. There was no church when he was alive. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But there was. There was the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and there was religion in the day. I don't know what you'd call it, the church, but I think I understand what you're saying. The church was, he's like the apostles, and that was the church after Jesus came, or while he was here or whatever. Gotcha. I like talking about truth and that we've used. Can you pin the scope you're using? I don't know how to do that. I don't know what you mean. Oh, my comments are getting filtered. TikTok just told me. Thanks, TikTok. Yeah, what a joke. They don't ever want to acknowledge their faults. To me, the Bible is a book of stories. It is to me too, but they're true stories, if you ask me. Type what kind of scope you're using, I think. Oh, I don't even know how to type. I think I'd have to go in on my computer and join the stream like that to type, I think. Oh, you know what? Just follow the host. Follow the host, and because I do this all the time anyway, or not all the time, but I do this at least a couple times a week. Look at the moon and the stars and whatnot. Tonight I'm doing the space station, and we'll get maybe 2 chances to do it, because there is 2 times I can view, or that it's flying over tonight, that it's in view. Man, the wind is just killing this. Sorry, guys. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to turn it off and encourage you guys to follow the host on TikTok. And then if you feel like it, I don't know if on my page, maybe I have a link to my YouTube channel. You guys might like some of my videos. I do some funny ones, and and then some serious ones and whatever. And like kind of me and a friend, like every Sunday we have kind of some, I don't know what you'd call it, Bible study stuff, and just talking about like Apocrypha books and a lot of stuff like that. Corey, the sun is not the Satan station. That was the title. That was my mistake. The title of my last live stream that I did on TikTok, I was filming the space station. So I called that live stream Satan's Space Station, and so now I know how it's confusing everyone. So sorry about that. My bad. I was like more focused on just getting the sun and everything going, and I just hit the live button, so I should have thought about that. But yeah, it is kind of funny because you're like, why do you call the sun the Satan station? I call the space station like Satan's throne. I think he's like, because in what is it, Corinthians or something? It said Paul wrote that he masquerades as an angel of light, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds like the space station. I don't think there's people on it either, but I think it is up there. I think they launch it, but it's going into a bottomless pit. Kind of scary. Kind of scary to think of the possibility of all of us being deceived into thinking that outer space was a place that we should go when it's actually outer darkness and an abyss of blackness. Not a good thing. Corey says, please don't say you're a flat earther. Okay, I won't say you're a flat earther. I'll say I'm a flat earther. How's that? I've been a flat earther for a while, so yeah. Maybe Lucifer is locked in the sun. Who knows? There's a verse in Revelation where John looks up and he sees an angel standing in the sun. I think it was standing in the sun. Is the large solar flare repaired itself yet? Not sure. Cannot get behind you on that one. Hey, that's cool, man. That's cool. I think that, like, one of the things that convinces me the most is the ground that I live on. I understand that if we were on a rotating globe and it's rotating at a constant speed, that we wouldn't necessarily feel rotation. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that we have evidence for it being at rest. We don't have evidence of it being in motion. Look at the North Star. I can't. It's daytime. To each his own. I agree. And yeah, I mean, put it this way. If we all agreed, it'd be pretty boring in this world, wouldn't it? Like you and I could probably have a great conversation and be, who knows, totally in opposition, but it would be a good conversation. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? If we all believe the same thing, it would be pretty lame. Everyone would just be like, oh yeah, I agree. Oh yeah, totally. What you say is right. Yep, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, couldn't agree more. It would be kind of weird. Dig 3 wells 5 miles apart, and the angle of the sun would be different on each one, meaning curved. How far is the sun away? I don't think it's curved. I don't think there's any evidence of it curving. Water doesn't, in my opinion, in my, I guess I would call it observations. Like I live by a lake that's 20 miles across. I just see the trees on the other side on a clear day. On the shore, like there's a part, it's like 15 miles across at this part where there's a highway, and these you can see the water towers that are on this highway, and there's only a quarter mile of trees between the highway or basically between the water tower and the water, and I can see the trees and the water tower. Like there is no curvature on Mille Lacs Lake. I know that. How tall are the trees? They're probably 40 or 50. Pine trees are pretty tall. They got some decent sized trees. 40 or 50 feet maybe. But you can actually see houses on the other opposite shore. And then like if I put my camera right on the water, like literally as close as you can get it to the water, and on a calm morning, you can see all the way across, like when the water's really still. The curvature look comes in when the wind comes, and then you get waves, and the waves, you know, if you're looking 20 miles, you're going to see the tallest wave. And if you think about that, I don't know. Cool. No, I would agree, Itro, about we're not seeing the bottom of everything on the other side. But we're not seeing curvature of the water. So, and then again, there's some people that look at it and they say, well, that's just how refraction, you know, the light bending would be just like that and it would match perfect with the globe, right? So it is a belief. It's a belief that we all have. So I mean, if you look at it and say it's one way, and I look at it and say it's the other way, then it's surely a belief that we both have. 20 miles is far enough, Stephen. You can use Pythagorean theorem and the proposed size of the globe, and you can do the math, and 20 miles is definitely far enough. I would say like 5 miles, you'd want to go at least 5 miles to you know, because say you're 5 feet off of the surface of the water with your camera, you're going to see like a horizon, or like a whatever you call it, like a horizon, I guess, in like 3 miles. Eric Lynch, 8 inches to every mile, and you square that, because it's 8 inches every mile would be a straight line, like an angled line going down, but it's exponential, because as you go further out, the drop is more and more. So yeah, but you can use simple Pythagorean theorem to figure it out, and there's way more curvature than like the math says there should be more curvature than I ever would have expected either, like with the size of the earth. But yeah, 8 inches per mile squared will give you like the drop from your line of sight. Yes. So it's out of focus, and of course the wind died down right now. Oops, I'm trying to focus it. Yeah, I'm gonna take off. Can you center the sun more, please? Thank you. I'm bad at that. I'm actually gonna probably shut it down, and I appreciate everyone coming. That's awesome. Make sure to follow the host, and I would say in 3 hours and 3.5 hours, I'm gonna be live on TikTok again. So if you think of it, check it out. All right, you guys have a good one, and we will chat with you next time.